Okay, YouTube, I was out here and we had a big family thing yesterday, and I cleaned up my garage. Well, I moved all my boat motors, cleaned up both my grill back here with the scooter, but I wanted to mainly show you this. I was out here, put it back up on jack stands, working on it. I took this actually had a Predator motor. That's the type that was on it, like a Honda style, but it wasn't Honda. Had this on it. I cut the around where the well was and then nipped it in here and got that off because the well wouldn't break, so I had to cut it. Well, then I put that on where it actually belongs. As you can see, it where it's bolted through here. There's a bolt on there, and just set this up where the chain goes for now, and you can see that is pretty straight through there. Well, this is a 9 horsepower Honda off of a pressure washer, and I got some boards here, but I need to make a plate from this, then just level it out the way it's going to look, so the rear will be higher, and the motor is set, because the motor's sitting like this right now, but as you can see. But if you look up here, a stock clutch, if I get a 1-inch clutch and figure out what this chain is, we're pretty sure it's a 40. I got all the measurements, took it down, but you got to do it by thickness and all this stuff. And it's a 40 or a 41, but I think it's 35 and a 40 stock. The 41s and the bigger ones are on snowmobiles and things like that. So anyway, this slides in and out, as you can see that. See, that's going to be adjustable. And then, because you got to put the keyways in there, and then I'll put some piece in it. But see, I can shove this all the way out. And I can probably get a stock clutch, put it on backwards. Because it's got a bolt here. Standard bolt. Then you would bolt that clutch on. And if it'll almost line up. If I set it up this way, it'll still have the power. It won't be geared down like I wanted to. I was going to put one of the belt clutch drives on there. Like it's built on the scooters and stuff. That's more adjustable. I could probably put a bigger gear on there, not much. I think that's about what you're going to get, the biggest one you're going to get on that. Anyway, this 9 horsepower, move it. It'll probably do, I'm guessing, full open throttle, set up like this, 60. I really wouldn't know to get out there and use this camera and test it. I probably won't do 60. And then the front end, I couldn't figure out how it went together. I had a scooter shock, because I do a lot of scooter, and it's bent. It's bent in there, but I bolted it up here, twisted this backwards, and I already had 2 bolt holes in there. I just trimmed the top off a little, and you can see that barely fits, but it fits on there. And this actually works, but it needs to be shorter because of this. If you look, see how much of an angle the front is? It's leaning down like this. That, I'm pretty sure, I can't get that to stay. It's probably going to move. Let me see. Like a balancing act, trying to show you something. Nope. Let me see. Well, what I mean is this part is facing down. I think it needs to be more level to work properly. I don't know. I have to look for the Springer front ends, because the way it's set up, the way I made it, I don't know if that's supposed to be that way. I know it probably has a spring in it, but a Springer front end is mostly on the choppers. And what I'll do is try to readjust this or do something. I'll make it work. And I noticed, if you look in here, this has been up. So I'm going to have to tear all this apart, because this on bolt, and bend that plate back down. And the spring I put it on later, it had to be a little softer. or I'll have to reinforce this back here, because you can see there ain't much reinforcement. All they got is this. If I took a big plate and put on there, or a quarter inch, it wouldn't do that. So I got a phone call and shut the video off. But like I was saying, needs being reinforced. I got some quarter inch plate, might be able to fix that. Also, maybe like I said, cut that or make it softer, or get a shorter one. Probably get a shorter one because that one's bent, but it does work. But this is not a Predator motor. This is the Honda motors. It's got 9 horsepower. I gave $20 for this and $20 for the other one. And this one actually runs pretty good. Come off of a pressure washer, a big pressure washer. It's got the brakes like on a scooter back here. That's got to be hooked up. I got to make something that goes across here that holds this, and then the piece on here, it would pull it. And I might actually have one of them off my scooter, because I was hoping I had a throttle cable I was going to hook up off the scooter, because it's got an on and off switch, but I don't, so I'm going to have to order that. Other than that, jacking that motor up and everything, and then I got to find a tank. I was looking today, like on Amazon, they actually have motorcycle tanks. They set over, I don't know how big this is, but they actually set over it's a real motorcycle tank. And it might fit over that bar and get down there far enough where it might work. Because as long as it don't go down further than them. Saying this one hides them, but they're $100 I found them for. I have to get all the measurements and make sure that they ain't bigger than this tank. I think they were smaller. I don't know. That or get a bobber tank. Something like that. Indian Larry, rest in peace, he used to run. He used to have the bobber tanks, the smaller ones. They would work. And I'll go from there. But here it is. Thanks for watching.